Hello friends, I am Taruna Seni and I welcome you all on our YouTube channel NEC Institute. Please subscribe it, like it, share it with your friends if you really like it. So we are trying to approach the students during this COVID-19 period. So in today's class we will start our syllabus, that is macroeconomics, and we will start our unit 1, that is aggregates of the national income. And in today's class we will study some of the basic concepts. So in your syllabus the part A is macroeconomics. So what is macroeconomics? Macroeconomics consists of two words. Macroeconomics consists of two words. First word is macro and the second word is economics, that has been taken from the word nemin. So macro means large and nemin means management. Okay, macroeconomics. And eco word has been taken from okis. Okis means household. Okis means household. So whenever we have to management the whole economy at the large level, that is called macroeconomics. Economics is of two parts, that is microeconomics, which we study at the level of individual level. For a firm we are studying, for industry we are studying, and at the another part, that is a macroeconomics, we will study the economy as a aggregate level, or we will study the economy at a large level as a whole. So we have to start our unit 1, that is national income and aggregates, that is of 10 marks. So in our syllabus the first topic is what is economics. So in our class we are going to study today what is macroeconomics, and we will study some basic concepts: consumer goods, capital goods, final goods, and intermediate goods. In today's class we will complete this. Macroeconomics is that branch of the economics which studies the economy as a whole, and in this we will study the aggregates of the economy. So let's proceed. It is that part of the economic theory which studies the problem and aggregate economic units of the economy. It is also called theory of income and employment. Sometimes in MCQ part it may ask that what is the, for example, microeconomic theory is known as partial theory, and this theory is known as theory of income and employment. Macroeconomics theory का second name है ये theory of income and employment. Macroeconomics में हमारे पास two थिंग्स होती हैं स्टडी करने के लिए: मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक थ्योरी एंड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल. सो इन थ्योरी पार्ट वी विल स्टडी अबाउट जनरल प्राइस लेवल, national income, international trade, economic growth, and the employment problem. So all these are the theory part of the macro, and in today's class we will study about some macroeconomic variables. First is aggregate demand. So aggregate demand is measured in terms of expenditure. Aggregate demand is measured in terms of expenditure. Aggregate expenditure means consumers consume some goods, producer also purchases some goods. So aggregate demand is the total expenditure made by producers, consumers, as well as the government in an economy within an accounting year. So aggregate demand is measured in terms of the total expenditure by the consumers, producers, and the government within an economy in the domestic territory of a country in a year. And another variable is aggregate supply. Aggregate supply is refers to total production. Aggregate supply means the total production of goods and services within the domestic territory of country in an accounting year. So aggregate demand means expenditure made by the household, by the producers, and aggregate supply refers to the total production of the goods and services by the producers. Then there is a variable, that is total consumption. So consumption करने वाले कितने parties होते हैं? Consumer, producers, as well as the government. So all the expenditure made by all these three parties in the domestic territory of the country in an accounting year is known as total consumption. Then there is another variable, total saving. It is a total saving of the people of our country in an accounting year within the domestic territory of the country. And then we have to we have to deploy this saving to some investment purpose so that income can be generated. So these are some of the variables. Aggregate demand is measured in terms of the expenditure. Aggregate supply is measured in terms of the production, and aggregate consumption is the total consumption made by the government, producers and the consumers. So these are the variables. And in today's class we will also discuss about the types of the goods. So let us discuss about the four type of goods. There are four type of goods. First is consumer goods, capital goods, final good, intermediate good. There are many type of goods: consumer goods, capital goods, final goods, intermediate goods. Consumer goods are of again four types. We will discuss it later. So let us firstly discuss the two main kinds of goods, that is final good and intermediate goods. So how will you understand that a good is a final good or an intermediate good? It depend upon the end use. It will depend upon the end use. Suppose, what are the final goods? The goods which have crossed the boundary line. There is no value to be added in the final goods. They are ready for the consumption. So the final goods has 3 points. First point is that it has crossed the boundary line, it is ready for use, it is ready for consumption. On the other hand, there is intermediate goods. In intermediate goods, still some value is to be added. They are not ready for use, they are not ready for the consumption. But it is not necessary that final goods and intermediate goods are separate. It depends upon the end use of the user. For example, let's take an example. For example, car. So car, if a person is purchasing a car for personal purpose, then it is a final good. But if the same car is used by the producer for using it for the taxi purpose, then it is called intermediate goods. Second example we can take of sugar. Suppose you are purchasing sugar and you are making tea and you are drinking milk by using the sugar, then it is your final good. You are not making and you are not adding any value, you are using as it is. So this is final good for the user. But if the same sugar is to be used by a sweet maker, then it is called intermediate goods. Same for the same is the example of milk. If we are purchasing the milk and drinking it, then it is a final good for the consumer. But if the milk is used by the sweet maker for making sweets, then it is called intermediate good, because he is adding some values. So it depends upon the end use of the product whether it is a final good or an intermediate good. Let me summarize. Final goods are those goods which have crossed the boundary line, there is no value to be added, and they are ready for consumption. And intermediate goods are those goods which have to be processed, or it has to be resold, or some value is to be added, or it will be used for the generation of the income. Now we can divide final goods into two parts, that is consumer goods and capital goods. So in your +1 you have studied about the fixed assets. So capital goods are the fixed assets and consumer goods are bread, butter, ghee, etc. So consumer goods and capital goods, what is the basic difference? जब कोई भी प्रोडक्ट को हमने अल्टीमेट अपने कंजम्पशन के लिए किसी हाउस होल्ड ने परचेज किया है, लाइक ब्रेड, बटर, घी, तो वो कंज्यूमर गुड्स है. लेकिन अगर प्रोड्यूसर ने परचेज किया है और वो उसको यूज़ करेगा अपने प्रोडक्शन में, तो वो कैपिटल गुड्स है. कैपिटल गुड्स एक अनदर डिफरेंस आता है. देयर इज़ अ कन्फ्यूजन बिटवीन मैनी students that capital goods and producer goods. So remember students that all capital goods are producer goods. ऑल कैपिटल गुड्स आर प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स, क्योंकि सारे के सारे कैपिटल गुड्स में मशीन्स, प्लांट्स आते हैं और वो सभी प्रोडक्शन में काम आते हैं. बट ऑल प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स आर नॉट कैपिटल गुड्स, बिकॉज प्रोड्यूसर अपने प्रोडक्शन पर्पस के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें यूज़ करता है. रॉ मटेरियल, हम रॉ मटेरियल को कैपिटल असेट नहीं बोलेंगे. तो प्रोड्यूसर, ऑल प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स आर नॉट कैपिटल गुड्स, बट ऑल कैपिटल गुड्स आर प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स. All final goods and intermediate goods can be used interchangeably. It depends upon the end use. Now there are many types of the consumer goods also. There are different types of consumer goods. What are the different types? Durable goods, semi durable goods, non durable goods, and services. Consumer goods are of four types. Durable goods like your car, your fridge, your TV, your AC. So durable, name से ही पता चल रहा है, which you will use for many years, for long period. सेमी ड्यूरेबल, जो कुछ पीरियड के लिए आपके पास काम है, जैसे कि फर्नीचर, जैसे कि क्लोथ्स, क्रोकरी, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स, ये आपके 1 ईयर या मतलब कुछ पीरियड तक आपका चलते हैं. ड्यूरेबल काफ़ी सालों तक चलते हैं. सेमी ड्यूरेबल कुछ कम पीरियड, जैसे क्लोथ्स आप हद से ऐसे 4 मंथ्स, 5 मंथ्स, 6 मंथ्स ऐसे पहन सकते हैं. फर्नीचर आपका 2 ईयर, 3 ईयर में वेस्ट हो जाता है. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मटेरियल आपका ख़राब हो जाता है. देन नॉन ड्यूरेबल, नॉन ड्यूरेबल्स लाइक फ्रूट्स, वेजिटेबल्स मीन्स पेरिशेबल गुड्स होते हैं, एक बार आप यूज़ करेंगे, वन टाइम यूज़ करेंगे. And services like banking services, insurance services. So these are coming in the category of consumer goods: durable, non-durable, semi-durable, and the services. So now you can have the look and use of the classification of the goods: intermediate and final. Final goods are of two types: consumer and capital goods. And if you are purchasing car for the personal use, it is a consumer goods. If you are purchasing car for the taxi purpose, it is called capital goods. Intermediate goods are raw material goods purchased for resale, and durable capital goods which are purchased by government for defense purposes. I hope that you have understood the meaning of macroeconomics and type of goods. In next video we will study about stock and flow concept. Till now, keep watching the video. Thank you.